Hello and welcome to video 6. This is me learning how to use the Teenage Engineering Medieval EP-1320 and passing on to you all my tips and tricks as I learn them, and I'm hoping that this will be the last video. And that's probably fatal to say that, but we'll see how it goes. I don't think I've got any mopping up to do from video 5, so we can go straight into some new stuff. I say new stuff because I actually dealt with the sample tools software from Teenage Engineering in a previous video. I wanted to talk a little bit more about it today. So you go to the Teenage Engineering site, go to guides, find the one for the 1320. You go to section 11.2, scroll down a bit and click on this link which is in capitals. Once this boots up, it will download all the samples from your Medieval as long as you've got it plugged in via the USB-C cable. So let's just do that. So you'll see all these slots being populated, and now it's all linked up, synced up and ready to go. Just a word of warning, if like me you use a Mac computer, make sure you use Chrome software for this. Don't use the Safari browser because it doesn't work. So all my projects and all my samples have been downloaded to the app, and you simply pick the project and samples by pressing the relevant keys on the virtual EP-1320. So if I wanted project 8, I would click project and 8, and now I'm in project 8, you see. So if I want project 9, I hit project and 9. So now we've got project 9. If you load something, if you look at the display, you'll see a quill coming up. So project 8, and there's that quill come up to show you you're loading something. And of course I've shown you how you can just click on samples here to hear them, and it's very simple. You can drag samples to pads. I've shown you this all before. Let's drag this battle kick to the dot pad, which is the first one down there. That's that battle kick, and let's just come away from it over here. So if I double tap this, you see it comes up here in the list. Let's assign tambo snare, which is this one here. Let's put this on here. Okay, so double click this one, it's gone up to that, double click this one, and it's gone down to that. So it shows you, by double tapping these pads, it shows you in the list what the sound is on that actual pad. If we go to backup and restore, just briefly, on the app you can back up the whole contents of single projects. You can go the other way, restoring the entire contents of single projects. But be careful when doing this, as some or all of your projects will be erased in this process. So if I go to project, you see you've got download and upload. If you click on download, you're going to be moving content from your Medieval to your computer. If you click on upload, you're going to be moving content from your computer to your EP-1320. So make sure you're going the right way. That's basically all you need to know about that software. So the final thing I wanted to do was to show you how to put a song together. The song that I've been using all the time for all of this is a song that I wrote, or it's actually a tune that I wrote many years ago called, appropriately enough, The Medieval Christmas. And I've used this in earlier videos, and I'm just going to run this through. I've already done this on project 9, so I'll just load that up. And this has got, if I hold Manus, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 scenes. Like I said before, the firmware on the Medieval at the moment doesn't allow you to have a song mode, so you have to trigger the scenes manually, which is a bit of a pain. But anyway, I'll run this through, show you what we're aiming for, then I'm going to rebuild this on another project. So let's just have a listen to this first, shall we? And there we have it. It's pretty long, isn't it? Now, as I'm sure you noticed, it's a very simple tune. There's only two main parts to it. The way I've done it is using two different keys, both major scales, D major and G major. So we're going to reassemble that, but on another project. So we'll go to Manus and 8, and that's project 8, which is completely empty. You can see that star there. The first thing we're going to do is just to go through our 4 groups and put all our samples in that we need. I've used just stock samples here. So we're on group A. Now on this pad here, I've already got the battle kick sound. I go to Sonus, hold that down, battle kick 1. This pad here, 12, that's that tam snare, and here I'm going to put 24, so I hold Sonus and 2, 4, and I call this kind of sleigh bells. It's Tambo E, it's called. I think I hold it down. Yeah, Tambo E. But anyway, those 3 sounds are on this group A. And don't forget, any sounds on a single group are going to be treated in a block. If you add reverb, it will go on all of those sounds, that kind of thing. Let's go to group B. We've only got one sound here, and it's going to be this bagpipe bass. So I hold Sonus, 1, 2, 5. That's the sound. If I press and hold, you'll see that it says bagpipe bass. Let's go to C. I'm going to use the gittern sound here, like a guitar and a sitar, kind of a dulcimer guitar sound. I use this sound a lot, it's lovely. So I hold Sonus and 116. That's that lovely sound there. On group D, I'm going to have a couple of sounds. On this first pad, I'm going to have the flute, which is 115. And on this one, I'm going to use the broadsword. You may have heard this sound towards the end of the piece, and it's 165. 165. Great sound. So we've got all our sounds now. Quite a few sounds there. Now I've used 10 different scenes to assemble this piece, so we'll make sure we're on scene 1. There isn't a scene 2, you see, because we can only get a scene 2 by doing scene 1 and committing it, moving it to the end, and I think I've shown you that before. So we're all ready to start pushing this down. So we're going to go to the A group, and we want these 2 sounds. Now the tempo is probably wrong at the moment. Yes, it's 120. We want to bring this down to 83. That's good. Our metronome should be up because I've turned it up previously. So the first thing we're going to do is just play a little 4-bar. I will make it only needs to be 1 bar, but I'm going to make it 4 bars, and we're going to play this. Now we need to make 4 bars, so codex plus link 2, link 3, link 4. So now we've got 4 bars, so now I can record 4 bars of this. Codex, fabula. So here we go, dead easy. Let's listen to that. You see it's quantized. And be careful when you're listening back. If you can still hear the metronome, you can still be recording. So if you touch any pads, they'll become recorded into the pattern. But now, of course, there's no metronome. We've got our pattern recorded. If you want to go from the beginning, Altero and Fabula, we'll take you back to the beginning. That's fine. So that's our first pattern. Now what we're going to do now is hold Altero and Commito, and that's going to copy that entire pattern to scene 2. So now scene 2, which it automatically jumps to, is that same pattern. But now we're going to record the tune in D using this sound. And we need the claves on, so we've got all the notes, all the pads we can use. Now we need to make sure we've got the right scale and the right key. So we're going to hold Altero and Sistema, and we'll go to pad, intra, scale, intra, major, that's fine. Let's do that again. Altera and Systema, pad, key, intra, G, no, we want D, intra to lock that in. Now, this is the tune we're going to play. That's a 4-bar pattern. So we're going to play those pads on this scene 2. Make sure you're on the right scene. Scene 2 is fine. Make sure you're back at the beginning. Altero minus. Codex and then Fabula will give you a 4-beat counting. Now at the moment we've got a 4-bar drum pattern on A, but on C, where we're recording this sit-turn sound, this git-turn sound, we've only got 1 bar. So we hold codex plus length 4. Now we've got a 4-bar pattern. Right, so I had a few problems there because I was trying to record, and of course when I got to bar 2 it just went back to the beginning again. So now I've got 4 bars and I can record this. Right, so it's just to show you what we've got. If I hold manus and press minus, here's scene 1, and here's scene 2, a 4-bar pattern. Now, before we go on, I want to record the bass sound, which is on B. So we're going to use just a very, very simple bass line here on these 2 notes. So go back to the beginning and we'll do a count in. Now, have we got 4 bars? No, now we have. Here we go, bass line. Yeah, it is there, and it's still a bit loud, isn't it? So we hold the B button, that's where the bass is, bring the slider down. That's fine. Right, so we've got two scenes. We've got the percussion intro and we've got our first little tune in the key of D. So we're on scene 2, so we're going to hold altero and commito, or manus if you like, and now we've got scene 3. So scene 3 is going to be the same as scene number 2. We've got to make some changes here, so we've got to erase group B, make sure we're on the right scene. Yes, so we're going to erase B. That is pattern 3, and C. So we should now just have just the drums, because now we've got to change the key and play the same tune but in a different key. We're on our sit-in sound, so let's go to Altero Systema, pad, scale, no, key. Now we want G. G, yes. We want it an octave higher than that though, so it's the same tune but in a different key. So I'm going to press manus. Have I got 4 bars? I should have. Yes, I did have. That's fine. So I've got 4 bars, back to the beginning. So play the same tune but now we're in the different key. We're in the key of G major, not D major. Here we go. That's good, that's done. This is how you can press the codecs anytime to stop it recording. Right, let's go to B group and we want our bass sound. Now, the key should have changed here as well. Let's just test this. Now that's too low, isn't it? So let's hold claves and up. Yeah, so we brought that up an octave. Now it's in a decent pitch, decent octave. So we'll record the bass line now, and we should still have, yeah, that's good. Still got 4 bars. Here we go then. Dead easy. So that is our scene number 3. So scene 1, just to recap, just our drums. Scene 2 is the lower key. And scene 3 is our higher key. So those are the only scenes that we've got so far. So I'm going to go back to scene 2. Which is the lower key, and I want to copy that to the end and add to it. So if I hold, make sure I'm on the right one, scene 2, altero and committo. Now scene 4, where we are now, is that lower tune in the key of D major, but we now want to add a flute to it. We're going to add our flute sound to it, and we've got to change our key back. Pad. So let's check the octave here. I think that's okay. Should we put a little bit of reverb on that? So pocus, reverb. Now I think I'm going to keep this fairly short. It's got a bit of a nasty rasp there. Keep it fairly short. So we're going to add a flute to our original key of D major on this scene 4. Now, I'm not sure we'll have the right amount of bars now. No, we didn't. Only 1 bar. We've got to be careful of that. So we've got 4 bars. Here we go. Good, so that's scene 4. So scene 5 is going to be the same as that, but in the different key. So I think what we'll do, we'll go to scene 3 and we'll put that on the end now. So that's scene 5 now. I was in D, now I've got to change this to G, haven't I? I've got to keep changing the key. You don't always have to do this. This tune is a bit unique in that respect. So altero and sistema, pad, key, change this to G, yes. Now, too low I think it's going to be, so clays. That should be okay. I think we'll have 4 bars. Let's double check. No, we didn't. We only had 1. Right, okay, so that's where we're going to start on pad number 1. here we go. That's good, that's all good. Right, so we've got scene 1, just the drums, scene 2, the basic tune in D, basic tune in G, tune and flute in D, tune and flute in G. Now, that's as far as we've got, so let's go back to G. So down in the first key, the key of D, we want to copy this to the end. Yeah, so let's do that. So now we've got scene 6, which is this. We want the sleigh bells now added to this now, and that's on group A. It's this sound here. Don't need to put it in claves because I'm just playing that one note. So, check the scene, yep, back at the beginning, that's the sound, bars, was 4 bars. It's a bit loud. Now, obviously, if I turn the group down, they'll all go down. So I hold sonus, that sound, and we'll rotate the orange pulses. That sounds about right. Good. And now we'll find the other key. So let's go back to manner. So let's copy this to the end now. Altero and commito. So scene 7 is the higher tune. It's got the extra flute, we now need to add that. I call it sleigh bells. Check the bar length. Yeah, was 4. So here we go. Nice and easy. Codex, fabula. 4 counting. And that was scene number 7. So we've got 7 scenes, it's all going very well. Now we're going to go back to the scene before that. Going to put that on the end, altero and commito. Now this is scene 8. And this time we're going to go to the D group. Yeah, D group and this broadsword. Now I'm going to put this in with step recording because it's quite late speaking, is a bit weird, so we need to put it on specific steps. So I'm going to scroll through until I find 114. I'm going to hold codex and that pad. Right, now I'm going to want 214. Hear the other sound there, the flute in this group. 214, codex, broadsword. 314, codex and broadsword, and then 414, there we are. Now if I play this from the beginning, notice the broadsword's got the reverb as well, but that's fine. So that's worked out pretty well, didn't it? So that was scene 8. Okay, so now I've got to go back to scene 7 and copy that to the end. So yeah. So now scene 9. Going to do the same here. Going to add that broadsword in those places. So So we should have that one now. Yeah. That flute is a bit loud, isn't it? So let's just turn that down. Sonus, hold the pad, rotate the pulses. Okay, and then we're going to go right the way back to the beginning. So hold manus, press minus, scene 1. And we're going to put this on the end, so hold altero, commito. That's now scene 10. And that's going to end the tune. I can let that play as much as I like, fade it out if I want, or just stop it. So we've got our 10 scenes. Manus, scene 1, scene 2. Going to let this play through twice. So you don't need to repeat it, just let it play, see? Right, straight away I can hear that that bass is quite loud. Sonus. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Let's go to scene 3, where it moves up. And I would normally let that play twice. Scene 4, back to the first tune but with the flute added. Yeah, I think the flute's probably a bit quiet now, isn't it? Let that play through twice. Scene 5. Move up to the other key with the flute added. That's fine. Scene 6. This has got the... Oh, those sleigh bells I can hear, they're really loud. So sonus, sleigh bells. Quite loud enough now. Probably okay. That's good. And then scene 7, same thing, but higher key. That's good. Now scene 8, it's got our broadsword. Let's put a bit more reverb on that, shall we? So it's D, pocus. It's obviously putting more reverb on the flute, but I quite like that. Move up to the other key for scene 9. And then scene 10 is our pattern that we had on scene 1. We can let that run, stop it, let it fade out, that kind of thing. So yeah, pretty exciting, isn't it? It's a great way to assemble the song. It would be brilliant, of course, to have a song mode where you didn't have to keep triggering the scenes, but you know, you can't have it all. Let's go to scene, I don't know, 9. You can see where the groups come in over here. See, A, B, C and D. Yeah, and you could mess around with the punching effects, you could add more normal effects, you could put master compressor on it, you could use all kinds of things in it. That's just to show you how to put a song together there. Obviously choose your groups of sounds carefully, because you don't want to have something that needs loads of reverb in the same group as a sound that doesn't want any reverb at all. So that is it. That's the end, I think, of my course on the Teenage Engineering Medieval EP-1320, and I'll be very glad not to have to keep saying that anymore. I hope you found this course useful. If you have done, then please give this video a like and all the others as well, and consider subscribing to my channel. If you feel like I've really helped you to learn this device, then perhaps you'd be kind enough to give me a small donation, either here on YouTube or on my website, which is www.daddylonglegs.com. Thank you very much. If you've watched all the videos in this course, it's certainly been good fun doing it. I've really enjoyed doing it. Much longer than I thought it would be. When I'd only owned this machine for a couple of days, I thought, oh, this isn't going to take long to learn at all. But having done this course, I think I've got probably well over 3 hours worth of material here in these videos. It really does an incredible amount when you consider how little it costs. Anyway, I'll stop waffling on. Thank you very much for watching, and you'll see me in another video, I'm sure. Bye now.